it's Dom, aka Seeking a Thread, aka Dusty Visions. Just wanting to do a catch-up video, some new things I'm listening to. Maybe I'll show a couple of other things towards the end. I'm just kind of recovering after my long-winded private press record video, which was like blocked for 3 or 4 days. I think because I put private in the I'm not sure why it would have been blocked, but private press, for some reason YouTube, it was not on my page. You could not find or access the video. So I changed it to custom press and asset archives, and so now it's available. Now you can see I finished that like 4 days previous, but hope you liked it. I put a lot of time into that one, actually, more than any other video, with all the different samples and different like sort of clips and stuff. So yeah, I hope you dug that. I love that stuff. But I'm going to try to make a shorter video. I think I'm making videos that are too long, so I'm trying to do better. It's fun. Videos are fun. Records are fun. I'm trying to enjoy the records I have. Yes, I'm going to be doing a purge eventually, and sort of come up with themes and topics based on stuff I have. Am I buying less records? Maybe a little bit, but we'll see as that pans out over this beautiful year of 2021, if I'm actually buying less and listening to the records I have. That's why I'm doing this. Thanks. I was, enjoying some of the more recent videos I'm watching. Some more good stuff going on out there. The Dots and Loops, Dan's, he's just finding some crazy grells and ditches, dumpsters. I guess he's got a lead on some stuff in the grocery store. That's amazing. I don't know. I guess I'm doing it all wrong. I don't understand. Thank you, John, Digital Gramophone, for all the Zamrock stuff, and glad that I was able to sort of keep you on point about getting those Zamrock records. And your buddy Dave, Local Bandography, I just discovered your channel, and I've been enjoying it. I just got one video so far, so I'm going to dig into some of those. And also been catching up on Ron Hogsey Report, his excellent videos. Hasn't been doing them as consistently, I guess, but hopefully that will change. There'll be some more. Apparently, I don't know how to handle vinyl records, by the way. I've been a collector for a while, and it's part of my trade, I suppose. Apparently, I don't know how to handle them. I've gotten 2 different critiques now about how I hold my records. I thought I knew. I know how to handle them. Shout out to my local record shop, which I am working at part-time, sort of special agent. I float in, I float out, I work a day, I help out with social media. Angry Mom, I'm going to try helping to build their YouTube presence. We only have like 10 subscribers, but we've been getting a lot of videos, we've been getting a lot of watches on our unboxing videos. I just unboxed the latest Neil Young 4LP down home, way down in the rust bucket. I was going to say down home. Way down home in the rust bucket. This is great. It's from 1990, but I did an unboxing video, and we're going to do more of those for Angry Mom. I'll link below. Angry Mom Records, great independent record store here in Ithaca. It's like 95% used records and like 5% we do stock new stuff, interesting. We don't make as much money as you probably know on new records, but we do stock like the more interesting and sort of like the obvious stuff. But our used selection is really good. And as I've said, a lot of good jazz comes through, and I have jazz to show and talk about. So anyway, I'll link to the unboxing of this. This is great. And let's get into some records I brought home and listening to this week, and stuff I've just been listening to today. John Coltrane Expression. I posted about this. Maybe this is an entry into Alex, your John Coltrane memorial project. This is Expression. The first posthumous release by John Coltrane following his death in 1967 in July. This came out in September, and I guess I don't know how to handle records. That's for Jeffrey Lee Puckett. We're having fun, right? No, that was actually the Shirley Scott record, a beat copy of this, which is actually, this is a beautiful cover, by the way, isn't it? Sorry, that's a little gag. Vinyl, VC, it's fun, right? No, seriously. This John Coltrane record, Expression. This is actually, I brought it home and didn't fully look at the label. This is actually the club edition. The club editions that were coming out were using the original Impulse label. But this is indeed the club. It's got the SMAS catalog number. But it sounds great. And this was only $12, so it's an early pressing. But this is a beautiful record. The whole first side and much of, I think it's pretty much the whole first side. No, I am wrong. But the 2B track, I think I'm thinking of that because it's the longest track on here. It's all Coltrane on flute with Pharoah Sanders on piccolo, or the piccolo. Then Rashid Ali on drums, Jimmy Garrison on bass, and Alice Coltrane on piano. What a personnel! It's sort of Coltrane exploring and expressing himself on the flute in a beautiful sort of meandering way. It's sort of tranquil and beautiful and mysterious. And it also features, that's basically the quartet other than Pharoah Sanders on that one track. The other three tracks are Coltrane, his wife Alice, Jimmy Garrison, and Rashid Ali on drums. It's a beautiful album. It combines his avant-garde and sort of more expressive, for lack of a better word, and free-thinking spiritual jazz. Apparently he was working on this album just 3 days before he died with Bob Dealey. It isn't heard of as like Dealey. And it was something he did intend to come out, not like Ohm, which I guess he did not want to come out. It was sort of controversial, and I think he specifically expressed that he didn't want to come out because apparently he might have been doing acid on it. I don't know if that's true. But this is a wonderful Coltrane album. Just came through an Angry Mom, and I'll probably hopefully upgrade to the non-club edition. But for now, I'll go with that. When my kids are sick, I always try to play very meditative, easing, calming music, and the first thing I reach for is Emahoy Tasigi Mariam Gebru, wonderful modern Ethiopian pianist, a classical approach, but playing in the Ethiopian style. This is a Mississippi compilation of some of her best songs, previously released on Ethiopics 21. This is one of two different. They reissued one of her actual 10-inch albums, and they issued this, which is a compilation of some songs. As I said, this is out of print and going for absurd money for Mississippi release, which will be back. I'm sure of it, unless maybe they got blocked. I don't know. But right now the low price on this is like $125, which is nuts because these things are like $15 new in stores. So I just want to say, if you don't have this, I highly encourage you to seek out her music, maybe listen. It's all available online, Spotify. It's just so calming and strange and unique and beautiful. She's a true treasure, and still alive. She's 102 years old and still alive. There's a whole foundation, sort of, and a fund that's sort of named after her for, I guess, musical funding. I can't talk. But funds for funding. This is beautiful music. I played this new reissue of Dunyan second album, Swedish psych group. Love this band. All their records take you in a cool place. They've sort of become more of a jazz rock outfit. In their album, Todd Det Lunt is like one of the all-time great modern psych records that sounds like it was recorded in like 68, 69. This is their second album, Stadrastringar, otherwise known as 2 here, but I think the original release, that was what it was called. This is on the Busy Bee label, brand new. This is good. It definitely is a progression. We're going to see them get better as they go along. The next album, I believe, is Todd Det Lunt, originally from like 2004, I think it is. And that album's a classic. I think it's many reissues, many repressings of that. The subliminal sounds that are out of print, but this one precedes it, and you can hear his inner sleeve. This is on lovely black vinyl. There's a colored variant. As the vinyl dude should say, this is delicious black vinyl. I do love black vinyl. Sometimes every damn new record, there's always got to be a colored edition, and sometimes I kind of like. I think it's happened a few times. I can't think of an example, but where the limited version is black and the colored version is like the standard. I mean, it's happened sometime. I can't think of any example. Do people out there, do you guys call records vinyls? I hope not. At the shop with the Angry Mom, you know, we tend to cringe anytime someone comes in and says, where are the new vinyls? I don't want to be in any way snobby about it. It's just a pet peeve. Can we say vinyl or records or that's it? I don't know. I hope that's not. I hope that's not anyone out there. You're not doing that, are you? Tell me why if you do. If you can explain why saying vinyls for multiple records is cool. It's just vinyl. It's vinyl. Records. Vinyl. This record's gonna get purged. I can tell you right now. This is the Paul Collins beat. Now I got this because I love the Breakaways and the Nerves, his earlier band, and I like some of the beat stuff. And this I got because it was all sort of primitive recordings, which I was into because there's this record by the Breakaways, which preceded the beat and the Nerve. It was like right after the Nerves, of course, had their big song Hanging on the Telephone. That EP, the first Nerves EP, is amazing, and the stuff that was compiled on by Alive is great. So I thought this might echo some of that demo material that they released as the Breakaways. Hope that's not confusing. It probably is. LA Power Pop. This is LA Power Pop all the way. It's been spawned many imitators. Anyway, this isn't very good. It's not a good sign, by the way, when you try to look up a release to get a preview, and the only thing you can find is like one song, and it's not available digitally, and there's just like one song. That's not necessarily a good thing. In any case, this came out in October last year, and I just tried it again, and it's gonna go. This is the colored wax. Green. So this will be part of a purge. Paul Collins and the beat. It's called Another World. The best of the archives. Here's a great Italian post-punk, angular, indie rock. Uzeda, Italian group, as I said. This is from 2017. It's called Come Gesseri Stabit. Recorded by Albini with Weston on the Temporary Residence label. Let's see. I can hold a record. I can do it. This is awesome. If you like shellac and Burma, some of the Temporary Residence bands, this is great. Yeah, this was from 10 years prior. They actually go back to the early 90s, but they didn't release very much over the course of that time. I was listening to this today and it rips. What's the name of the singer's name? She really is great. Yeah, Giovanna Cacciola, vocals. Raffaele Giussano. David Oliveri, drums. Agostino Tilota, guitar. This is from 2019, actually. However, interestingly enough, recorded and mixed by Steve Albini at Sotto Il Mare recording studio. So he actually went to Italy, I guess, Albini, to record this band. Uzeda. Great stuff. Great angular punk, post-punk. I was listening to some Groundhogs. I love the Groundhogs. I don't like blues rock, but I do like the Groundhogs. I got this album recently because this was like their second album, Blues Obituary. And this one, unfortunately, is a little too heavy on the blues side. The albums after this, Split, Thank Christ for the Bomb, and there's one other, are fantastic. Psychedelic just showed Split. I have that. I have a US version of that. This is good. I think I will keep it around because it is like a cool power trio. And I like the raw nature of the guitar. Like, it's not exactly the worst sort of version of blues rock on the the Imperial label. But it does feel a little more standard blues rock. But Tony McPhee is a great player. And I sort of like the spirit of it overall. So for now, I'll keep this. But there's one album prior to this where they're all standing in like the river or whatever. I'm not going to get that. So I think I might be good with the Groundhogs. Oh, the other album I have is Who Will Save Us? Who Will Save Us from the Groundhogs, right? Maybe like the fifth album. Let's listen to this, something different. The Analog Productions version of Buddy Holly, his first solo album. This is like, to find an original of this in nice shape is going to be impossible. And I don't think I had any Buddy Holly. No, I have a few compilations. I have like the story of Buddy Holly and something else. And this has just got all of his hits on it. I mean, this is classic. Rave On, Peggy Sue, Valley of Tears, Every Day, Words of Love, I'm Gonna Love You Too. This is fantastic. It sounds beautiful. Great reproduction, great remaster by Analog Productions. 200 grams. That's all the recent records I'm playing. And oh no, let's show some 45s. I forgot I have some 45s. So, R.I.P. Bunny Wailer. I've been playing this 45. The only Bunny Wailer record I want or have. That's not true. This is Tread Along. I put this on my Instagram page, which you can follow me on Instagram. I'll leave that below. But this song is so good. It's got like the Nyabinghi drumming in it. It's got some great organ, great sort of melody. Bunny Wailer, Bunny Livingston. Shout out to Doug once again. Fat City Vinyl did another great video tribute, an overview of Bunny. This is on the Whale and Soul originally. I'm sorry, the Solomonic label. There's two great compilations that I balked when they were at the store. All of the Solomonic singles, Bunny Wailer, Volume 1 and 2. I didn't get it, so I screwed up there. But this is a limited pressing single. This is so fucking good, this song. I love it. Of course, it's got a version on the other side. R.I.P. Bunny Wailer, and check this song out. And truly, what a great label design.
Tread along, tread along, tread along, tread. You're like a stick of macaroni. You're just showing off yourself. And I knew you when you were just a bottle on a shelf. Then I had
a couple of 45, some more other reggae. Got a repress. I don't know if this is how it originally came out, but of Nora Dean's, well, the A side, Peace Begins With, is good, but the B side is what I'm talking about. I, Angie La La La. This song is fantastic. Strange, great rhythm. She's like making bird sounds. It's super weird. This is like weird reggae. You want weird reggae. Nora Dean's I, Angie La La. You can look that up.
I, Where have you been all my life, boy?
And one other track, some No Wave, was 45 by the Note Killers. Their one and only release back in 1980 on the American Bushman label. I've been sort of previewing some stuff for a new video on the 9-9 label. I'm going to do a pretty in-depth video on that. I came across this and didn't have this. Two instrumental tracks, and they're called the Note Killers. This is Clockwise and The Zipper. And it's funny that they're called the Note Killers because that is what they do. They just hammer. Like repetitive sort of melody. Just hammer it over and over. It's no wave, but it's not like that harsh. Yeah, it's of the no wave school, but you know, a little more sort of rock oriented. Really interesting, really cool. On the American Bushman label, and they would be around later for other releases, but this is, I believe, their very first release and the only release back in the day. So that's all the new stuff that I haven't been playing. Let's show some prog real quick. And I call these prog-like symptoms. These are records that are kind of more like psych records, but have a very much proggy thing going on. Sensations Fix. I love Sensations Fix. This is Finest Finger. Original Polydor release. Spacey, sort of lo-fi prog. I love this solo King Crimson related McDonald and Gillies on the Cotillion label. Really cool, strange. Yeah, it's got a jazzy vibe. This is a pretty common record. You see this all the time. Yeah. On the Cotillion label. Let's handle this record. Let's handle this record. I don't have. This is the nicest copy of it, but I found this for very, very, very little. And let's show some other prog real quick. That's the thing to do right now, show prog. Matching Mold, one Matching Mold record I have, this is Robert Wyatt. After the Soft Machine, or concurrently while he was doing solo records. I really want the other Matching Mold record, I don't have it, but this is really good. I got this as a giftie from my brother-in-law. Clearly a radio station copy, but this is really cool art rock. With Robert Wyatt. And who else was in this? Fripp is the producer. I don't know much about this album. I haven't listened to it in a long ass time. Yeah, but it's Matching Mold. It's mainly Robert Wyatt. Here's Robert Margouleff and Malcolm Cecil, sort of the pioneers of the synthesizers. Tonto's Expanding Headband. This is actually a compilation, an Atlantic release. I think it combines the one record they had, and I believe it combines two different things if I remember correctly. This is prog, but more like sort of synthy ambient sound. Here's Robert Wyatt again, Rock Bottom. This is a classic. You should own this record if you want one Robert Wyatt record. This is the one he made just after his accident, or paralyzation, I guess it is. Sorry, forgive me. He's basically, he was in a wheelchair. He's in a wheelchair still. It started with this album. Bo Hansen's Magician's Hat. Very cool, heady, synthy stuff. Bo Hansen, a legend in Sweden music. Derek Higgins has always talked a lot about Bo Hansen. And this is, I think he talked about it being, but Derek, if you're watching, very much springtime music, so that's coming up. This is on the, the Charisma label. Of course, Charisma, very much a prog label. And I call this prog-like symptoms. It's not true. Well, some of it is. Speaking of some, or true prog, like I have this. This is the one King Crimson album I have, and it's great. I won't get rid of it, but I don't think I need any others. Here's one: Contrasts, Blonde on Blonde, on the Janus label. This is like an example of a UK record that's super rare, but this US copy is like $15 to $20. I don't know if it doesn't sound as good. But the Janus label is a peculiar one. Some rare stuff from Janus, and then some like trash stuff that's not all that great. But this is a cool gatefold. We gotta look at this gatefold. I'm gonna show you some more prog-like symptoms. This band had a second record, I believe it was. I don't own it, but this is like not grade A psych. This is basically second-rate psych with some definite prog-y leanings. And then we'll show you a couple more. I'm going to get out of here so you're not watching me for 30-something minutes. Try to keep it at 20. 20 is a magic number. I feel like Lionel Rich has said that. Gong. Camembert Electronique. What a great cover. This song, Tried So Hard, one of the old bands I was in. We used to cover it. What a great song. Strange and schizophrenic. Let's see. This is the first album by Gong and the band. The family recorded in France in 1971. Gong, Camembert Electronique. Electrique, sorry. This is a version original. This is not a promo, but a solid white label. Is this UK? Yeah, this is UK. Where's Tried? And You Tried So Hard. It's toward the end of the album. Is it David Allen or David Allen? David? This is from 1971, one version. This David Allen, Banana Moon solo album. Also on the Virgin label, what year? 1975. This is great. This one I gotta reacquaint myself with though. I'm forgetting. Just showing you some prog. This is like certainly art rocky. It's an import too. T2. Mr. Psychedelic Soap, Sean Snowy was showing the second T2 album. I guess I didn't really fully think that there was another T2 album. This is a reissue, I know. The Epic original doesn't seem to be too expensive, so I will replace that at some point. This is, I think this is a boot. Who did this? Or who cares? It's Decca original. This is a nice white wax. Yeah, it'll all work out in Boomland. This is a great... They stretch out. They really freak out. The sort of like great musicianship on this. It's got a proggy thing happening, but this is like prog that's like for people who don't like prog, who don't. I don't want to say don't like prog. It just gets too academic and too nerdy at times. Like the worst offenders of it. Like it gets. Yeah. Like are they taking themselves seriously, or is it all a big joke? Is it sarcasm sometimes with the stops and starts and the sort of the annoying organs and the pretension. T2, it'll all work out in Moonlight. And one more, a band that would completely move into prog territory, Secondhand and Reality. I love this record. The vocalist takes it down a little bit. This is a Sunbeam reissue. And this is their first album. I think it's originally on Polydor in the UK. This is great psych. There's some amazing songs. The World Will End Yesterday. The last song I think is called, what is it called again? The Bath Song. Sunbeam always does amazing reissues. But they would become Secondhand and then Chillum. Well, they would stay they're Secondhand here. The next album as Secondhand is a prog record, and then they become Chillum. Same band, and I don't think anyone cared. And those records are incredibly rare and very sought after. And this one is the best one by me, and this one is attainable, I guess. UK original. One of these days I'd love to get it. Like I said, the vocalist takes this band down a notch, but there are amazing songs on this. Who was the vocalist? Ken Elliott. Now I'm going to either insert here, this guy did something well known. He was in some other band, and I'll also insert wherever else these guys went, because I think that the people who formed Secondhand here were their bands or whatever. This is from I believe 68. Recorded and mixed in London 1967-1968. This reissue is from 2007. Secondhand, Reality. Alright, that's my video. That's it. Hope you enjoyed my gag. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a silly mood today. It was a long week. A lot going on. I really am digging being involved and checking out videos, and it's nice to be a part of the community. And I'm really working on, like I said, a really great. I think it's gonna be really great. It should somewhat be a pretty good overview and feature on the 9/9 label. Great East Village experimental dance, punk, funk, no wave label from 80 to 85 that was incredibly influential. And I'm a big collector of that label's records. There's not that much, and I love it. I'm going to try to do a little history and show the stuff I got for the 9/9 label. And another artist appreciation is coming up this week too. Thank you, VC. Take care. Hope you're well out there, and we'll see you next time.